With SAP BW 7.5, it is possible to model InfoObjects in the BW modeling tools. This provides you with all the functions that are available in the BW backend. If you use SAP HANA, we recommend creating all new InfoObjects in the BW modeling tools. Today, I want to show you how to create an InfoObject using the BW modeling tools. I'm going to create a characteristic. I am in the BW modeling tools. In the context menu for my BW project, I choose New InfoObject. I am now guided through the creation process by a wizard. First, I select an info area. I choose characteristic as the InfoObject type. Depending on the type I choose, the data type selection changes as well. Note that the InfoObject type cannot be changed again once I've done this. I choose Finish and the editor opens where I can define my characteristic. Most of the properties I already know from the old InfoObject editor at the backend. Note that the tabs are not at the top as in the InfoObject editor at the backend, but at the bottom of the frame. I want my characteristic to have master data and text, so I check the respective properties. I now get an extra tab page for master data texts and for attributes. I also get an extra tab page when I mark hierarchies or usable as info provider. I want the info object to be authorization relevant so that the authorization check will run whenever the query is executed. Under compounds, I can compound the characteristic with other info objects. Compounding of info objects can be necessary in order to uniquely identify the characteristic, but I don't need it in this case. I go to the Master Data Texts tab next. I want to have a short text and a medium length text. I set the master data configuration with authorization check flag in order to be able to use authorizations to protect the attributes and texts for this characteristic from being edited at single record level. To edit master data, I can go directly into the editing screen for master data. If the characteristic has hierarchies, I can go to the editing screen for hierarchies. I need a navigation attribute, so I choose Add to create a new attribute. I mark it as a navigation attribute. I enter a description for this navigation attribute. I don't need any special settings for BI clients. I don't need any special settings here. I've made all the necessary entries, so now I save and activate my new info object. This info object can now be used in an info provider. Under Properties in the screen area under the editor, I can see information about the DDIC elements, for example, and the number range object of a characteristic. I can navigate further to the relevant information via the links. I hope that I gave you a good overview of how to create an info object using the BW modeling tools. Now it's your turn to try it out.